Good afternoon. Good afternoon. Good afternoon. We are back with another episode. I want to thank y'all for tuning in. I really do appreciate it. It is Monday. The Chiefs finally got a win against those pesky Giants who we usually lose to. All right. Especially when we have to travel there. So kudos to the Chiefs for getting their first win of the season, because it was going to be dismal if they didn't. Woo! 0-3 is tough to recover from, man. It really is. But all right. Now that I've got my little NFL out the way, let's get right into the economy, because we know she's bad. Yep, it's just football season, and so we've all got our head buried in the sand. But we know this economy she's bad. Yep, food prices are off the rails, guys. I just watched a video, and I heard that between the prices of food, transportation, and housing, between those three, they account for 63% of your average American household income. 63%, man. I want y'all to let that sink in. Okay? What does that leave you with left over, man? 37%? Oh my goodness. What are you gonna do with that? I mean, what are you gonna do with that? Right? Yes, it's amazing to me, man, is how much it's costing the average American to just live in 2025. I mean, it's pretty much gotten just flat out ridiculous. All right. And of course, y'all know I got a ginger, and he be doing TikToks. And this guy cracks me up every time, man, because he goes in hard. He's off the rails. But yeah, let's check him out and then we'll come back.
What's up, America? I'm going to be real with you here because I see no future for people in America. After seeing the high cost of homes nationwide, the high cost of gas, the high cost of food, the high cost of rent, cars, rental cars, used cars, insurance, healthcare, taxes, and every other thing, how is anybody in this country supposed to prosper that's not already wealthy? Could someone tell me that? The pulling yourself up by your bootstraps argument is and over. It doesn't work now. You have average home prices of $512,000. Grocery prices are almost 100% more since 4 years ago. Same with rent, same with mortgages, same with used cars, same with new cars. Taxes are slightly lower, and I do mean slightly. Wages are slightly up, but no way in hell will that meet the requirements. I just saw a story about a nurse with a $75,000 salary a year and an 808 credit score denied for getting a home. Zero student loan debt too. So debtless, making 75 grand a year with an over 800 credit score, not good enough for a house. So what are we doing here? What's the end goal? Starvation? Death? What's going on here? No matter what you do, no matter how you spend the finances, the middle class and the poor have no upward mobility. There is no hope now. None. No hope. None. Zero. The next 2 or 3 generations are because you allowed so much greed. Younger generations will never have shit because of your greed. I've already broken my back trying to make ends meet working for the last 30 years. I already know I'm not going to get anything from the rich. I don't give a But the younger generations, if you keep stealing and being greedy, they're going to all be homeless. And then what do you have? Ruling over a bunch of homeless people? You.
That guy right there, dude, he is hilarious, man. All right? But he pretty much sums it up for you, man. All right? People are getting FUCK'd out here, man. That's what's going on. And it's the younger generations. All right? It's the younger generations that's getting screwed out here. How the hell are you supposed to save for any type of retirement? You're just supposed to go to work, and then you're supposed to do some gig work or something on the side. All right? And then you're just supposed to not do anything for the next 50 years while you're working, just so you can have some money for retirement. Is that what a human being is supposed to do out here, man? Okay? We didn't have to do that. I didn't have to do that. I mean, raising my kids was fairly easy, man. I was able to afford to feed them and myself, even though it was, it was difficult, yes. But it wasn't like it is now. And so we can't blame these young people for not wanting to have kids, man. I mean, it's just completely unaffordable, is what it is. And so, this is a vicious cycle that we're in, is what it is. And I don't see no way out of it. Because even if you cut everything in half, you cut the prices of everything in half, well, now we're somewhat back to normal, where we should be, okay? And when you look at that on the surface, that's no good, right? And of course, we can't just double people's salaries, I mean, you think people are out of work now and companies are laying off this, that, and the third. Oh my God. If you double people's salaries, if you doubled everybody's salary, man, there would be so many jobs that would go away. It wouldn't even be funny. All right? Of course, y'all know I'm out here on a busy road now. I apologize for the road traffic. Yeah. When I look at these videos back, it's really not that bad. But back to what I was talking about. Even if you double people's salaries and you cut the prices of everything in half, then we would be somewhat back to normal. But that wouldn't do us no good. It really wouldn't. You'd have companies that would let people go, I mean, which is basically what's going on now. People are asking for more money, raises and this, that, and the other. Well, now you just gonna get fired. You're gonna get laid off or you're gonna get fired if you underperform in the slightest little way. And so, with that being said, it's so tough out here right now, man. And I mean, it's just bad. Yep. Housing market. Ooh. That housing market, man. Ooh. Car market. Man, that car market is horrendous. Even the used car market is bad. Yep, everybody's trying to hold on to their used vehicles. And you can't find hardly a decent used vehicle out here, nowhere. Yep. Everybody has ran the miles way up on their used cars out here doing gig work. And I mean everybody has done this. And so trying to find a reasonable used vehicle that has low mileage on it and that hasn't been just ran to complete hell, it's almost damn near impossible, man. You can't find it. All right, I think I'm gonna walk down this way over here because we got a little bit more sun. We know the GoPro loves the sun. But yeah, it is really a gorgeous day out here today, man. It was cloudy early on, and I thought it was going to be cloudy all day long. But man, the sun has popped out, and it is just a gorgeous day here in Kansas City. And guess what? I'll take it. Yep. Especially for the last week of September. We will take it. But anywho, back to the economy. man, where is this thing going? Where are we headed with this thing? All right. And you know, you got baby boomers out here, man. Baby boomers out here, they're still working, right? They can't retire. Most of your baby boomers, they can't afford to retire, man. They're gonna be working until they go in the grave, because they need to maintain their lifestyle. And that's the biggest part of it, is that they need to maintain their lifestyle. And what they have coming in retirement is not enough. And so you see a lot of people out here in their 60s, 70s, even in their 80s. These people are still working. Some of it is because they feel like a lot of people feel like, well, man, if I quit working, I'm just gonna die off, or whatnot, what have you. And you know, hey, a body that is in motion will stay in motion. And so that's how a lot of people are looking at it. I got to be doing something constantly all the time. Doesn't necessarily mean that you have to be in the workforce, all right? If you're retired, man, you need to get out the way and let these young people have these positions, man, all right? So we have to factor that in. And with that being said, I'm going to start to wrap this video up. She's getting kind of long now. We're going on the 10-minute mark here. Yep. And, you know, I know you guys got that short attention span, man. Yep. We're living in the cancel culture, man, and a microwave society. And so everybody's got short attention spans. So you got to say what you got to say, man, and then let you guys move on to some other content. But yeah, man, you guys let me know in the comments where you think this thing is going, man, because I don't see nothing good. All right. Yep. With that being said, we're gonna cut it right here. Y'all know what to do. Hit that like button and subscribe. We'll catch you on the next one. Peace.